Hello, it's me again and welcome to a very special chapter of Fly Me Home. Special for not one, but two reasons. Number one, we're on Dinosaur Safari. If you're really quiet, you might just spot a dinosaur. Cuddly, try. Anyway. New chapter, new hats, new cuddly, very cuddly Jack, and also I did say it's special for two reasons. Second reason is it's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
He's not your dad though, is he?
I know, Grandpa.
Happy birthday, Dad and Granddad. It was lovely speaking to you on a house party today. I know you've subscribed and are watching this as well. But this is mainly for year 5. So that's all you're getting. Hope you've had a great day, enjoyed your tiny cake. And I can't wait until we can all see each other and I'll give you a proper birthday hug. Alright? Anyway, enjoy chapter 40. That day, I dashed out of school feeling like I might be able to take off and fly if I ran fast enough. My worries for Bo, my fears for Tiber, missing Dad, none of it seemed so dreadful now. There was a lightness in every step I took, as though my shoes were made of something different, something that made me taller. I'd spoken to Terry and Aisha and some of the others in my class a bit more. And when we finished our work, Mrs. Winter said we'd all done well that week. Could have a bit of free time until school finished, as long as we weren't too noisy. They had lots of questions for me. Aisha wanted to know where I used to live, and Terry wanted to know where I live now. Drew asked me if I liked football, and Hassan wanted to find out if I had any brothers or sisters. I told them a little bit about Tyler, a little about Mum, a little bit about Betsy. Where no one could overhear us, Aisha asked me about Dad. I don't see my dad anymore. Oh, sorry. I don't see my dad anymore, she told me. That's one of the reasons we moved here. He's not allowed to know where we live. He's got problems, Mum says. Do you think you'll ever see him again? I asked. I'm not sure. I used to think I would, but now I'm not so sure. She shrugged quickly, as though shaking something off. But my mum's happier now that they're not together anymore. That's a good thing. How about you? When do you think you'll see your dad? When is he coming over? Well, they used to say he was coming soon, but no one mentions him coming now. I know. Dad doesn't talk about it. My mum gets cross if I ask too many questions. Aisha nodded her head slowly, her eyes thoughtful. I decided to talk to Mum again. I would be calm. I would speak to her in a way that would make her listen. I'd ask if Dad was all right. I'd find out if there was a problem with his work. I'd tell her that if he didn't come over, I'd be all right. I'd be okay. But we needed to know what was going to happen. There were so many things that were unspoken and that I was scared to ask about, but I knew now that talking was a way of mending things, a special kind of one that made things happen. It was though I'd been wearing glasses that made everything murky, blurred their outlines, cast everything in shadow so I couldn't see things properly. But now that I'd taken them off, I could see everything for what it was. There were problems, but we could make them better. We could start to fix them if only we spoke to each other honestly about them. Now that's not just something in a storybook. That's something for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I would tell Mum that we had overheard the landlord that we needed to make a plan together because Tiber wanted to do something and I was worried about what that might be. I'd explain properly this time about Bo and what he was like, how much he'd helped me, how much I needed to help him. She'd understand how important it was for us to visit him. It felt like a dazzling, burning secret that I was carrying around with me, and at home time I rushed out of the classroom. Aisha and Terry beside me, still in shock and awe that I was now talking. It was as though they wanted to stick by me to make up for lost time, or maybe to check that I wouldn't climb up again. We raced down the stairs together, 2 at a time, and by the time we got to the bottom, we were breathless with laughter, our legs throbbing, but not in a painful way. I've got to find my mum, I said to them, my words coming out in gasps. See you next week, Terry said. Next week, I said. And for once, I liked the sound of that. Next week at school. Have a good weekend, Lulu, said Aisha. You too, I said back before I ran out the door. But Mum wasn't waiting outside like she usually was. I walked around a bit, ducking past crowds of parents. Children running past me in that free, wild kind of way that marked the end of the week. I felt like that too. But I was worried when I couldn't find Mum. I know, you a bit worried.
Yeah.
There was no sign of her. Well, don't you worry. We'll take you back to your mummy and daddy and Dinosaur Safari later, okay? I saw Catherine, the mother I met on my very first day. She was looking at a painting of one of her sons had thrust into her hands. Yes, I can see that's Mary Seacole, Daniel. It's very convincing, she was saying as I walked past. All right there, Lou. How are you? Hi, Catherine, I said. I'm just looking for my mum. She looked around. I haven't seen her today, actually. Are you okay getting home? You could have Mrs. Charlton call her from the office. I'll be okay, I assured her. I know the way home. Before I left, I turned to her again. Catherine? Yes, Lou? I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, but my name's actually Lee Lou, not Lou. I didn't know how to tell you earlier. Lee Lou? Catherine said thoughtfully. You know, that really does suit you so much better than Lou. Just then, one of her sons came tearing towards her. Whoa, James, she said. Careful. Bye, Catherine, I said, waving as she caught him before he crashed into her. Bye, Lulu, she called back. I walked back quickly, sure I'd find Mum at home. Perhaps she'd had a job interview. I told myself, well, maybe she'd seen the landlord about the money and it was all sorted out now. But when I got there, Mum was standing by the door. She'd been crying. When she saw me, she began to run towards me, and I thought for a moment we were going to collide just as Catherine and her son had after school. In a way, we did. Mum reached out and drew me to her in a close hug. Her arms wrapped tightly around me. I could hear the beating of her heart. It throbbed and pulsed, and I could feel its vibrations against my cheek. I'm sorry, Mum was saying. Her voice was muffled, buried in the top of my head. I'm sorry. Then she pushed me away, holding me by the shoulders as though she was examining me. What's happening? I asked her. It's Tiber, Mum said. She took a breath as though to steady herself. It was very shallow. It sounded like the air was being squeezed out of her. He's missing. Oh my gosh. What has he done? Silly boy. Let's hope it all gets sorted out, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, happy birthday, Dad, and hi to everyone. And you know, stay safe, stay happy, stay curious, and
Stay raw!
Stay raw! Raw, every Rory!